Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Funmi Olaore. Um, I like to call myself the Nigerian by divine design. It's really, when you plan a lot of things that you want to say and then you see everybody and then everything just flies out of your head. Anyway, thank you for the opportunity I've been given to present our CSR project for our cohort. I had sent it on the platform. I don't know how many people had time to read it. So I'll just give you an idea of where it stems from before we get there. As a child, I don't know how many, some of you might have had this. As a child, I first wanted to be a nurse. But when I thought of blood, I'm like, nah, I can't do that. Then I wanted to be a businesswoman because my granddad was a businessman. Then I wanted to be a pilot, and I wanted to be a pilot for a very long time. However, it was not, when I think back to it, now I see a lot of female pilots, very lovely. But the reason I wanted to be a pilot was because I wanted to run away from home. So I just felt if I'm in the air, I'm far away from home, nobody is seeing me. But I'm saying this to say that children will aspire to what they are exposed to. So what are we exposing our children to? What are they aspiring to? And so our project is a careers fair for senior secondary school students. I've had the privilege of working with teachers a lot, and when you hear from, especially from public schools, they'll say, "Mommy mi ti ní wọ́n máa ra phone fún mi kí n lọ ṣe Yahoo." So yes, so some children are aspiring to go into Yahoo. But we can change that narrative and expose them to things that they have not thought of before. We can expose them to areas they have never thought of before. And so this project is a careers fair, as I said. It's called My Career, My Future 2025. And it will also come with a parent-teacher conference immediately after. So the date is November 12th to 14th. So 12th and 13th is the careers fair proper. We'll be exposing close to 800 children to about 16 employers in different areas, different industries. And then on the 14th, we'll have the parent-teacher conference with close to projected close to 500 parents and teachers coming together. Now, the purpose is to equip students from underserved communities with career awareness, practical exposure to different industries, and confidence to engage meaningfully with professionals and even seek opportunities such as internships. I remember going for careers fairs in university, and I never knew what to do there. I would go year 1, year 2. By year 3, I didn't bother going because I didn't know what to do, But through this careers fair, before the careers fair itself, part of it is that we'll be meeting with our students ahead of time to prepare them, first to give them the basis, what's careers, how do you go about choosing your career and things like that. So we'll have that before we then bring them together to meet employers so that there's a confidence to then speak to employers themselves. So our schools, the schools that we have, they are in Education District 6 in Lagos State, Education District 6. That district covers three zones: Mushin, Oshodi, Solo, and Ikeja. So they have given us access to 13 schools across this this district. And then I have a few selected private schools. These are actually schools where some of my volunteers are parents. So we're bringing them. So they're from like Agege, Iju, those kind of areas. So they're not like high-end private schools. They're like, let's call them mid-level private schools that don't usually have access to like careers education and stuff like that. So as I said, the what's going to happen is in October, because all this works with the way the school calendar is. So in October, we'll be meeting with the school, with the children, selected children, and this will be before midterm break. So we'd have met with them because they're just coming into a new class. So we need to let them settle down, settle in with their new classes, and then we come to meet them, SS1 to SS3. Then we have the pre-fair workshops before midterm, and then the fair is immediately after midterm break, before exams and all that. And the other reason we're doing it now is because by the time we get into second term, nobody wants anyone talking with their SS3 students. SS3 students are preparing for exams, so we need to meet them now. The supports we need, what we need to get this done, obviously we need funding, but more than funding, well, there's the logistics. We need the funding for logistics because we're going to have to bring the children. We're going to be using we've got our venue is Ikeja Senior Grammar School. They have a good hall in there. So we've got that, but we're going to have to bring the children from Mushin area and from Ikeja area to Oshodi. The schools around Oshodi are close to that area, so their teachers can bring them there. And then obviously we give them refreshments and there will be materials and stuff. We also need volunteer facilitators. So anyone who is interested in volunteering physically, please speak with me after. For registration, coordination, behind the scene work, that kind of stuff. Also, we need corporate connections with employers. For example, we need people from engineering, we need a bank, we need insurance. So if you have links to places, or even you yourselves, bring your bank, please. Let them come and speak with our students. As I said, insurance, media, medicine, all these different areas would like for them to come and speak with our students. The students would be able to see at least 2 employers and have like meaningful engagement. So it will be across science. You know how senior secondary school is. We've got science, arts, commercial. So then the employers need to speak to their different specializations. Yeah, so I've been told I need to round up. Anyway, so our budget, the budget is 10 million naira. We have 2.5, and we're looking to raise 7.5. So based on, and that's to cover the 3 days, so for the students and for the parents and teachers. So based on the whole thing, if it's 10,000 per child, that will cover that. It would go a long way. So you can decide to sponsor as many children as you want. 10,000, 50,000 for 5 students, 100,000 for 10 students. Either way you want to do that. It will be, those donations should be sent to Hardy, and then we'll coordinate with Hardy Business School. Am I okay with that? Are there any questions? Sorry. I saw someone putting up a hand. No questions? Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity.